Welcome to Flower Care. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a super simple new fertilizer that will help your orchid baskets grow healthy and bloom beautifully all year round. Okay, let's get started. Before applying care methods for orchid pots in the garden, it is necessary to carefully check the roots and substrate to see if they are waterlogged, dirty, or rotten. If rotten roots are detected, we should cut off the damaged roots and replace the new substrate, helping to ensure that the orchid absorbs nutrients effectively, avoid waste, and prevent the spread of rotten roots, protecting the health of the entire plant. Next step, we should water the roots and substrate with some clean water before applying fertilizer. This is a very important step. Water helps moisten the roots and substrate, creating a favorable environment for nutrients and fertilizers to be absorbed more quickly and effectively. At the same time, moistening in advance also helps avoid fertilizer shock, limiting the possibility of burning roots or leaves due to fertilizers being too concentrated. Thanks to this step, orchids will absorb nutrients more evenly, grow healthily, and bloom brilliantly. Next, soak the growing medium in clean water for 20 minutes to moisten and create the best conditions for the roots to absorb nutrients after fertilizing. After 20 minutes, we lift the plant out of the water. You should not soak it for too long. If you soak it for too long, the roots and substrate will be waterlogged, creating conditions for fungi to grow and cause the roots to rot. On the contrary, soaking just enough helps the roots absorb enough moisture, soften to receive nutrients, while still maintaining the necessary ventilation for healthy roots. The ingredient I used here is a fresh lemon. Lemon contains natural citric acid, which helps to mildly disinfect, balance the pH of the irrigation solution, and help orchids absorb nutrients more effectively. I cut the lemon in half and used one half for the orchid care step. Then, squeeze the lemon juice and filter out the seeds. Next, add 1 liter of clean water to dilute, creating an orchid care solution. Stir the solution until completely dissolved, then let it rest for about 15 minutes before using it for orchids. The next ingredient I used was flour. I use about a spoonful of flour in my orchid care solution, just enough to provide nutrients and beneficial microorganisms without clogging the orchid roots. Add about 500 milliliters of warm water to the flour to make a solution. We stir well to dissolve the solution. Then cover and let it sit for 30 minutes before using. After about 15 minutes, the lemon juice has completely dissolved, forming a homogeneous solution. At this time, I use it to take care of the orchid. Use a soft cotton pad soaked in the solution. The mild antiseptic solution helps clean the leaf surface, removing dirt, harmful bacteria, and mold, while preventing insect invasion. When wiping on both sides, especially the underside of the leaf, where many stomata are concentrated, the plant will absorb nutrients more effectively, increasing the ability to photosynthesize and exchange gases. Thanks to that, the orchid leaves become shiny green, thick, supporting the plant to grow healthily and prepare well for the flowering process. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you join me on my journey to nurture and conquer the beauty of orchids. What country are you watching this video from? Let me know in the comments. It's great that we can connect and chat together from all over the world. What orchid species are you currently growing? Leave a comment below so I can create in-depth care tutorial videos tailored to the characteristics and needs of each orchid species. After about 30 minutes, the flower has completely dissolved in the water. I filtered the flower water, mixed it with lemon juice, and discarded the residue. The combination of lemon juice and flour creates a nutrient-rich solution that has both antiseptic and pH balancing effects from lemon and adds natural energy from flour, helping orchids recover quickly and grow healthily. Next, I used a spray bottle, added the nutrient solution, and sprayed it evenly over the entire orchid plant. This is the foliar fertilization method, helping the plant absorb nutrients quickly and effectively. When spraying the solution directly onto the leaves, the nutrients will quickly penetrate through the stomata, helping the plant absorb immediately without having to rely entirely on the roots. This method is especially useful for orchids that are recovering with weak or underdeveloped roots. In addition, spraying fertilizer onto the leaves also helps the leaves become green, shiny, thick, and healthy, increases the ability to photosynthesize, and supports the entire plant to grow stronger. Please note, this solution should only be sprayed evenly on the leaves and stems of the orchid. Absolutely do not spray directly on the flowers, because it can cause the flowers to quickly fade or smudge, affecting the natural beauty of the plant. Another method for plants to absorb nutrients effectively is to water the solution directly onto the roots in growing medium. When the solution seeps into the substrate, the nutrients will be quickly absorbed by the young roots, thereby stimulating the growth process and helping the root system to develop strongly, green and healthy, firmly attached to the substrate. At the same time, the old roots are also restored to vitality, increasing the ability to absorb water and nutrients. In addition, this step also creates a cool, moist, and mineral-rich environment around the roots, limiting drought and exhaustion and helping the plant have enough energy to nourish leaves, young shoots, and prepare for flowering. This is a solid foundation for orchids to maintain stable vitality and long-term development. If English isn't your first language, don't worry. You can turn on automatic subtitle translations in your language. Just click the gear icon below the video, select Subtitles, and then choose the language you want to watch in. After watering, I soak the substrate for 20 minutes to allow the orchid roots to absorb maximum nutrients. After spraying, use a clean towel to dry the fertilizer drops on the leaves, especially on the tips. Do not let it stay for too long. If fertilizer is left for a long time, it will create a humid environment, favorable for fungi and bacteria to grow, easily causing rot of leaves and buds. When you use a soft cloth to dry, it not only helps the leaf surface to be airy, limiting pathogens, but also helps the plant absorb light and photosynthesize better. This is a small step, but plays a big role in keeping the orchid healthy, clean, and growing sustainably. After 20 minutes, we slowly lift the orchid pots out. During this period, we should place the orchid in a place with good ventilation, good air circulation, and abundant light, but not harsh sunlight. This condition helps the roots and leaves adapt quickly, promotes photosynthesis, limits fungal diseases, and creates a solid foundation for the plant to grow healthily and sustainably. This is the result of our orchid after 2 weeks of care. The foliage of the orchid becomes thick, sturdy, and glossy green, exuding strong vitality, signaling that the plant is growing in ideal conditions. After a period of care, the roots of the orchid have grown very strongly. The young roots are green and shiny, proving that the plant is absorbing nutrients and moisture well. The old roots also turn a healthy dark green color, firmly clinging to the substrate, creating a solid foundation to nourish the entire plant. Looking at the roots, one can clearly see the vitality and long-term growth potential of the orchid. In particular, the orchids have bloomed with bold, bright colors, thick and durable petals, maintaining their brilliance for a long time. This is a sign that the plant is in a healthy state, well-nourished, and growing in ideal conditions. The young leaves are long, green, and have a shiny surface, showing that the plant is absorbing nutrients well. Through the strong growth signs of the orchid, it can be affirmed that the care measures have been applied completely correctly and brought about very high efficiency. The plant is not only healthier, but also blooms brilliantly. Hopefully, with perseverance and proper care, you will have more healthy and blooming orchids in your small garden. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that I have more motivation to share more good techniques on growing and caring for orchids. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I wish you all good health, happiness, luck, and success on your journey to take care of your own orchid garden. See you in the next videos with more useful experiences and tips for growing orchids.